Podcast, information and advice on the world of voiceover presented by voiceme.co.za, its directory for voice artists and related services. Founder of VoiceMe episodes, I'm going to go over some of the different kinds of voiceover categories there are out there. Quick, short episodes to give you an overall view of each one. We'll cover audiobooks. The industry is booming, and for good reason. And the ever-increasing multitasking culture, audiobooks have become an accessible and convenient way to devour literature. To people who have reading or sight disabilities, or even for non-English speakers. To bring a book to life through narration. I'll explore the fascinating world of audiobooks from the perspective of a voiceover actor, into the types of narration, some resources, platforms to find work, and the intricate process that authors and narrators go through to create a successful audiobook. Searchandmarkets.com. The global audiobooks market size is anticipated to reach just over $35 billion by 2030 and is expected to expand at a rate of 26.3% every year from 2024 to 2030. Between 2022 and 2023, it was estimated at $5.3 billion globally. In today's literary landscape, virtually every book, whether released through a traditional publishing house or independently by the author, either already boasts an audio adaptation or is on the cusp of receiving one. The art of narrating a complete book, breathing life into its characters, orchestrating the tempo of its scenes, and ensuring the seamless continuity of voices is a challenging, time-consuming endeavor, but it's a craft that can be cultivated and refined through dedicated learning and practice. And of course, they all come in various genres and styles, each requiring a unique approach to narration. Let's go over a few of these. Fiction narration. This involves bringing fictional characters and storylines to life. Voice artists need to embody the personalities of characters and convey the emotions of the story, making listeners feel like they're part of the adventure. Non-fiction narration. For non-fiction works, the focus will be on clarity and an engaging delivery. Voice artists need to maintain a conversational tone while conveying the author's expertise. Children's books. Narrating children's books requires a versatile voice and often involves additional audio production with music and sound effects to enhance the listenability and to keep young children interested throughout the story. This niche is delightful but challenging, as you need to captivate young minds. Self-help and education. These audiobooks demand a calm, authoritative, and motivational tone. The narrator will play a vital role in helping listeners absorb and understand the content. And of course, to succeed in the audiobook industry, voice actors need to continually hone their skills. Here are some essentials. Audiobook narration classes. Many online platforms offer courses and workshops focused on audiobook narration. These classes cover everything from voice control to understanding the nuances of different genres. As with all voice work, you need to be able to act, even if it's just your voice. Acting classes should be considered as a non-negotiable step in your development. VoiceShopCoaching.com offer a great audiobook-specific class. Vocal health. Voice artists must prioritize vocal health. Audiobooks are long. You're often going to be in the booth for hours at a time. Proper techniques, warm-ups, and knowing when to rest are going to be crucial. Recording equipment. High-quality microphones, headphones, and soundproofing are essential to produce professional-grade audiobooks. Depending on the budget from a publisher or the author, you may be recording the book from your home studio or be booked at a studio and work with a producer or director throughout the process. Either way, your recording environment needs to be top grade to comply with the strict quality standards that distributors require. Audio editing skills and software. Familiarize yourself with your DAW and audio editing software. You're going to be doing a lot of editing. If you're not comfortable with this, you may need to outsource your editing, which will take a big chunk out of your voice fees. Before I touch on some of the platforms where audiobook work can be found, let's quickly go over voice rates in the audiobook genre. Audiobooks are not cheap to make. Unless you're a skilled voice actor or an audio engineer, or you're willing to learn those skills before you record your audiobook, you'll need some help. For some authors, the upfront cost of having an audiobook made is just not in the budget. Luckily, authors have a couple of options when posting their jobs: royalty share and paying per finished hour. The standard for paying per finished audiobook without royalty sharing is based on a cost per finished hour. There's no set rate for this. The longer the book, the more hours it will be, which means the overall cost is higher. At the time of the recording of this episode, the US-based GVAA rate guide indicated a per finished hour range of $200 to $500 for voice artists. This also includes the production fees for hiring a professional to edit and master and proof, valued at around $75 to $125 per finished hour. If authors or publishers don't have the cash on hand to pay up front for the entire audiobook production, they can try for a royalty share option, also sometimes called a hybrid agreement. This means that for you as the narrator, there's a smaller upfront fee and you get a portion of the royalties from sales of the audiobook, generally over a period of 7 to 10 years, depending on the agreement made. The GVAA rate guide puts this at $100 per finished hour with royalty share on top. Let's talk about the two main platforms internationally that you can try out when it comes to finding audiobook narration work specifically. ACX, the Audiobook Creation Exchange. Audiobook giant Audible founded ACX in 2011. It's the largest marketplace for audiobook creation. The company was bought by Amazon in 2008, 3 years before ACX was founded, to give authors a way to publish their books in audio form. It's a great place to audition for audiobook projects. A key advantage of the platform is their audience reach. It's no surprise that Audible and Amazon wield substantial influence in the audiobook industry. According to a survey from 2019, Amazon and its Audible subsidiary jointly commanded a formidable 43% share of the overall audiobook market. However, for narrators, it is currently only open to residents of the United States and United Kingdom who have a US or UK mailing address, valid US or UK taxpayer ID, and have or can submit a W-8 BEN IRS tax form. They are hoping to open to a wider global audience in the future though, but for the moment, this huge platform is unavailable to artists in South Africa. That said, it's not impossible to get work for Audible. Getting in touch with a producer directly can result in opportunities. So reach out to them and do your marketing. Findaway Voices. Findaway Voices is owned by Spotify and has been around since 2016 and offers audiobook distribution and production services connecting narrators with authors and publishers all over the world. The major advantage is that it's open to anyone and it doesn't have any exclusivity option for distribution of the audiobooks. You can think of them as an aggregator and producer. This means that Findaway take a flat fee of 20% of the royalties from sales, and authors have more than 40 options for distribution, including Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. So the big difference between ACX and Findaway is really their exclusive and non-exclusive options. ACX incentivizes their exclusivity option by sweetening the deal with better royalty rates. But this means the book is only sold on Audible, iTunes, and Amazon. Narrate Africa. In Johannesburg, South Africa, Narrate Africa, co-founded by actress and award-winning audiobook narrator Bianca Amato and industry veteran Neil Cooney, has become a hub for exceptional storytelling in Africa. Bianca, with nearly 100 audiobooks to her name and 2 audio awards, brings her expertise to studio, equipped with cutting-edge technology for pristine recordings. The studio's uniqueness lies in its dedication to showcasing diverse African voices, maintained through strong connections with local agents and casting directors. They offer comprehensive services, including casting options, direction, and training. With Bianca's coaching, even new talent gain confidence and refine their narration techniques. If you're looking for a more local company, then connecting with Narrate Africa is well worth your time. Now let's quickly go over the audiobook creation process. This is a collaborative effort that involves several key steps, no matter where the work comes from. 1. Auditioning. Authors and publishers will post their projects online, where voice actors audition by submitting samples. 2. Pre-production. Once a narrator is chosen, the script is reviewed and any necessary edits are made. Pronunciation guides and character notes are established. 3. Recording. The narrator records the audiobook in a quiet, soundproofed space, taking breaks to maintain vocal quality. 4. Editing. Post-recording, the narration is edited, removing any mistakes or background noise. This also involves mastering the final audio to very specific loudness standards and formats, as well as quality control, including room tone, audio cues, chapter markers and sections, precise timing and spacing of titles, subtitles, and credits. 5. Proofing. A proof listener listens to the audiobook to ensure it matches the manuscript and there's no errors. 6. Publishing. Once the audiobook is finalized, it's published. For voice artists, the audiobook industry offers a rewarding avenue to showcase their talent. You just need to be prepared for a marathon, not a sprint. And that's all for this week's episode. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and my support team at support@voiceme.co.za. Leave a comment here or give me a call on 0861 VoiceMe, that's 0861 864 2363 if you're in South Africa. And to sign up for a VoiceMe profile, register from the homepage at voiceme.co.za. And of course, I strongly believe a constructive social environment for our users, whether they be artists, clients, producers, or talent agents, is highly beneficial for our industry. Like, follow, and engage with VoiceMe and each other on @VoiceMeSA on all social networks. And if you like this episode, please like, share, subscribe, turn on automatic downloads, or click the bell icon to get notified so you don't miss our next one. I'm Andrew Sutherland, and that's all from me here at VoiceMe for this week. Cheers for now.